which is the wild card weekend matchup you're most looking forward to seeing, Dan?
I'm most interested in Buffalo-Denver.
Really?
I'll be clear. I think Buffalo wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick a game that I could see the upset happening, it's that one.
Okay.
And that's the one that gives me the most fear if I was a Buffalo fan, because one, Patrick Surtain changes everything that Buffalo wants to do and has had success doing this season. Denver treats Surtain like the Jets and Rex Ryan used to treat Darrelle Revis. We're going to put you on one side of the field and you put an X on that side of the field. And so I'll go super deep with the X's and O's here, Rich. So One of the things that Buffalo's done great this year, and everybody in the playoffs does it, I think Buffalo does it as well as anybody, if not the best, is they get into these 4-by-1 formations. They put 4 guys to one side of the field. They put 1 guy to the back side of the field. And that 1 guy it's simple for the quarterback. They put him on an easy route, a slant or a stop or a go. And they say, hey, if you like the matchup or if it's free access, Josh, throw it there. And if not, well, we have 4 guys to the other side of the field. So like, we're just going to throw an easy RPO, like a flat route, or we'll throw a bubble screen, or we'll throw a little in and out route. It's easy operation, or we'll run the ball, and so as an offense, we gain advantages and stuff like that. I have 3 plays at once. If I don't like my one-on-one because the corner is really good, or they play with the safety over the top, well, great. Well, if you play with the safety over the top, it's math. You have 1 less person over to my 4-man side. And if you're going to play with try to have a high safety over there, well, then I'm running the football. And so, like, Buffalo has been great at that this year. Denver can just take Surtain to the one-person side and say, you cut it off. You play by yourself, and it's favorable for Denver in that situation. 2 things that does is it allows them to have a body near the run and allows them to have an extra body near the 4-man side. So now the advantage that Buffalo has had is taken away. So that gives me concern. I think the second thing is their defensive line is big, fast, and athletic. Jonathan Cooper is fantastic. Zach Allen is tremendous. Nick Bonito's the key for me. Bonito's a defensive player of the year candidate. And if you watch him play against Patrick, he's the spy guy. And Josh loves to run versus man coverage, which is what Denver does. And he's big and he's physical and fast. He can match up against Josh. And so that just gives me a little bit of hesitation. I think this defense is a really good unit, and Buffalo is going to have to play very well to have some success.
No kidding. All right, so then give me the team that has the best shot at one and done in Kansas City when that division round comes along, unless you think that doesn't happen. I'll give you the floor.
No,
there.
I do. I think the team that has the best shot is Baltimore. I really do. My heart wants to say Buffalo, but Baltimore. I think that Baltimore has the ability to and I just did their game in Week 18 versus Cleveland, and one of the overwhelming takeaways for me was how much Derrick Henry has changed everything in the building. Todd Monken, their offensive coordinator, said to me, as long as we are staying ahead of the chains, I don't think anybody can stop us. In many ways, that's what he went about saying, because his comment was, that was my perception of his comment. His comment said, when we run the ball, it gates us the opportunity to do it again. And when we run the ball successfully, it keeps Derrick Henry on the field. And if they get into 2nd and 10, Derrick comes off the field a lot because they're bringing in a Justice Hill as a pass catching back, or a run, or a blitz protecting back. And so I just think that philosophically, they're at a point where they sit there and go, we don't even care if we're predictable. We're going to put Patrick Ricard on the field. We got 6 guys that are 300 pounds. You're going to see Derrick Henry back there, and we're just going to say, stop it. Try and stop it. And I think that's a lot for a defense, specifically in Kansas City or Buffalo, to try to contend against. And I think Baltimore is in a very confident mindset when it comes to that.
I don't know, Dan. I'm concerned when it comes to the Ravens that their 345-pound people don't want to run back interceptions and just take a knee. They had a chance for
greatness. Had a chance for greatness.
That moment, that was so great when Michael Pierce picked that off. The reaction of the 3 in the booth, and then you were just ready to go nuts, and then he took a knee. That was so funny, dude.
It was so great. Fowler was fantastic on it. Lewis is like, he didn't go 1, he went 2. It felt like watching Eli Manning. It was so unbelievable. Obviously, I work with Marcus so much, and Marcus always highlighted these big men. He calls them balling. And so, and the crazy thing was, Rich, we got our press box is obviously above the home sideline.
Yeah.
Imagine like a pack of bees like flying the whole sideline, just in one giant group of massive people was just kind of weaving to him and then off to the field. And it was like this really cool, joyous, funny, unbelievable moment. And it was really cool to be a part. I could not believe that he went down that quickly.
That's too bad. It's just I did just want to see 5 more yards out of him. Just see where it would go. Just the
thing, my mind went into the contrast to I think the Saunders kid from New Orleans when he got the pick against Kansas City on the goal line, and it was like, this is my moment. I'm gonna have this time, and so I would have loved to see him go longer. But this, if he didn't, this was equally as funny.
You know who didn't want to see him go longer? His lungs.
Yeah, that's right. Probably might. Right. Exactly. It just reminded me. Remember Robert Hunt of the Dolphins? Who had no business. He intercepted his own screen pass, right? Like he saw glory and he was going to go for it. It's like the exact opposite, And he was an illegal man actually going for glory. It was, my God.
It was awesome.
That was funny. Awesome. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.